Like, you gotta be careful if you're like clutching and leaving a stop sign. You have to be careful.
Yeah, be up on one wheel in no time. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. We're back here in Jason's garage. We're going to be doing some work on the DR650. What are we up to today, Jason?
Our primary goal is to get that idle screw adjusted where we want for the pilot air circuit. So right now it's really leaned out. Do a little less air to get a little more fuel to help with the cold starts and maybe even a little bit of throttle response. We might lift the needle one clip to get a little more fuel in it. And then if we're successful with that in our time frame here, might pull a snorkel out as well, get a little more air.
So you can do some wheelies, right?
Yeah. And as long as you're not down in the prime position, this tank will seal. I'm going to take these fuel lines off now. There we go. So looks like you got to pull it kind of straight back. Looking at that. Small. There we go. That'll give us a little more room with the cables. I think I'll start by loosening the clamps and just see what fights us. And I've heard these are a bear to get free. I was going to do it before I loosen the clamp, but this one I can't get to. Now the whole thing wants to spin, but how do we spin it to not break this choke? Unless you can get, oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
Almost, I think this is it right here. It's actually the throttle.
How hard is that assembly to take off?
Oh boy. Oh, wow, not want to go. There we go.
All right.
So I ended up using 7/30 seconds, but you better make sure you're centered if you're gonna go that big. Barely had room in there. So it was like 1.5. Oh, we have to start there. 1. And that's where it was. There we go. So this is the spring that actually seats the needle down into the needle jet. And so maybe at a future date, this is the spring that some guys will actually clip like 2 coils off to make the spring weaker, put less preload on it. So that it wants to lift faster, because the faster it lifts, the faster your throttle response. And here's your slide and your needle. So you can see there's not a lot of taper on that.
No, yeah, it's kind of a blunt end, huh?
Yeah, some guys will shave it down to 1 millimeter. I mean, that's probably what, 3 or 4. I mean, quite a bit more than that. This hole here is the hole that lets the air, that's where it sucks the air up from the venturi up into here to create the vacuum, and then that's what lifts this up. And so what people will do is they'll either enlarge that hole or add a second hole or both to get it to have more vacuum on top to lift it faster. I don't know if there's even grooves on this. I wouldn't say I know what I'm doing, but I stayed out of Holiday Inn last night. You can put a little steeper taper on this to get more fuel in for like your mid-range, low and mid-range. And so what they had said to do is go 45 millimeters down from the top, which is what I have marked here. So I know where one end of my grinder mark is. And then so from there to the tip, in a straight line, put more of a point on it. And then they said, do that until you got 1 millimeter left on the tip. But now it's about 2. So you're gonna go from that point to the end so that the tip of it's at about half the diameter it is right now. Well, it definitely took a lot more off than I wanted to, at least on the very end of it there, but let's see what it does. Might be a trick to get that needle in the hole.
Yeah, that's the difficult part about working on a carb on its side.
Yeah.
Got it though?
I think so. If this doesn't work, I can always buy like the Pro Cycle needle that's already done.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't pay to buy another stock one just to try to grind it again. A lot of times the aftermarket ones are cheaper in the stock anyway. More gas is never a bad thing, right?
Not usually.
So one thing I just noticed, which is probably worth noting, is we actually pulled this hose off.
What is that?
The vent.
There's just no barb on it?
No. Oh, it's this breather's here.
Oh!
There you go. I think my choke's still in one piece. You go back in. You go back vertical. Hopefully it's not too bad. Gets shoved down there. That guy gets shoved down there. Oh, next time use the pliers. Alright, so then what we're going to be adjusting is in this hole here. Maybe with a pair of gloves I can get to it. We'll find out. And then the other thing we're going to do with the mods is whip the snorkel out. Let it breathe a little better. And then I think at that point we were going to start it and just see what that screw wants to be, right?
Then you said you left it a turn and a half out, which was stock position. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't have that fog. Yeah, so it doesn't like being open, does it?
No. So is that just something to do with the needle then? Because what is that doing if it's all the way in? You're cutting the air off, right?
I believe so, yeah.
But with the changes to the needle, you should be getting
More fuel.
Isn't that backwards then? Wouldn't you think you'd be...
Right.
Wouldn't you want more air, not less?
That's an anal right
It chokes off, right?
Well, maybe I should back it out now. There's half. One. So there's 1.5 right there. So that should be what it was. Maybe now I'll go in and see what it does. That's a turn in from where it was, half a turn out. And the idle had a hiccup. Yeah, see, now it doesn't want to be shut. That's shut. And you hear it's not.
All the way in?
Yeah, it's not liking it.
No.
Half. 1.5. 2. 2.5. Probably about 1.5 seems pretty good actually.
Yeah, there's no hesitation there, really.
Maybe the needle helped. So,
Yeah, it seems like it.
one way to know for sure. Try the butt dyno. Not lifting or braking, that's just all throttle.
Nice. That made a big difference then.
I'm not shifting weight, I'm not braking, I'm not lifting, that's just flipping it and it just picks it up. Yeah, so I would say it makes a difference.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know what the screw did a whole lot, but I think that needle and the snorkel combination with the low, you know, like quarter, third throttle, half throttle, I think that's a lot better. Well, as long as it keeps starting and idling good, I'd say 2 thumbs up.
All right. Well, thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Good tutorial, easy fix,
Yeah, not too bad.
and results. Can't complain about that.
Butt dyno says it's way better.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay swanky, grind your needle down, and do some wheelies.
Like, you gotta be careful if you're like clutching and leaving a stop sign. You have to be careful.
Yeah, be up on one wheel in no time.